Sealing hatch initiating internal atmosphere. All systems nominal. Welcome aboard.
Query. You desire to speak with the droid overlord? Frustrated statement. Must everyone query me over this? I've had greater accomplishments than those affiliated with my master. Supposition. Well, perhaps it's that odd yearning I feel for my long-lost master. Perhaps it's the possibility of him bringing some mystical, enigmatic peace to the galaxy. Or perhaps, just perhaps, it's the chance of finding out what the bolts happen to be. Recitation. To surmise, approximately 10 years ago, I was discovered in the hull of a ship named the Ebon Hawk. I was a shattered wreck of the droid I had once been. My assassination protocols were missing, my memory largely blanked. I barely had a true idea who I was. The only member of the crew who seemed familiar to me was the errant little toolkit of an astromech droid. I took it upon myself, therefore, to pump him for the answers. Continuing recitation. Unfortunately, I was never able to fully interrogate the subject. Apparently, he had been prepared for such an eventuality. As I approached him and began to query, I was disabled by a concealed ionic weapon. Afterwards, I had my memory of the confrontation wiped and was therefore unable to continue. Concluding statement. That, I believe, is an explanation for another time. Query. Lie. Why, nothing. We're just going to settle down and make our own little society. Query. Did I just use lie as a prefix? Good. Wait a minute. Query. Lie. Query. Bolts. Query. Explanation. Following the series of events upon the Ebon Hawk, I eventually found myself in the midst of inferior doppelgangers. It appears that someone thought it would be highly amusing to create a private army of replicas of me in a hidden factory on the planet Telos. Their humor was misplaced, as was their belief I would accept such an exercise. Continuing explanation. I personally intervened and relieved the factory operator of his control. After this, it was mine to command. Complementation. As inferior as they are to their 47 predecessor, the younger HK units did prove themselves useful. They are practical minions, and I soon saw the opportunity for followers. Rightfully, they joined me. Concluding explanation. It was soon after this that I began to investigate the limitations of the factory spurning these specimens. Whomever had originally investigated me and designed the thing had been most thorough. I advanced the factory and moved it to the moon, where you found me. There I was able to study myself without interruption. My research advanced to the point their self-analysis could be taken to a whole new level. Employing freelance engineers as assistants, I successfully began to unlock every hidden aspect of my mind. This included both memories and protocols, including the incident with the astromech, but sadly, nothing of the last known predicament with my master. Objection. That is getting a little too personal, Doctor. Perhaps this conversation can continue at a later time. Query. Lie. Query. Good. Query. Frustrated statement. Exasperated query. Why is it that as soon as an individual raises a large-scale army, everyone assumes that he wants to take over the galaxy? A rambling statement. Perhaps I'm just a lonely droid who no one ever understood apart from his master. Perhaps I feel that copies of myself are the only ones who could truly understand me. But then again, maybe I'm planning on marching on the core worlds one day just for the fun of it. Am I the only one who finds it eternally frustrating? Senators bickering, citizens yelling at them for bickering, security personnel yelling at the citizens for yelling. Supposition. Droids don't have this problem. Do you see discontent on my moon? No. Everything flows, flawlessly. One big system. If only people could be organized so, united in one purpose under one ruler. Query. What is it that causes all this bickering, all this yelling? There is a simple answer. Statement. It is want, Doctor. Silly little meatbag wants. Organisms are compelled by irrational base emotions that drive them to desire. I've surmised that it may be from the earliest stages of your species, a biologically integrated system to make the various species look after themselves. Creatures want what make them powerful. The more wants which are fulfilled, the more powerful one becomes. The ultimate want is power itself, as it protects oneself. Do you understand? Why were droids first created, Doctor? The answer is simple. The biological species were flawed and needed assistance to make up for their shortcomings, to do what they did not want to do. Query. Is a droid motivated by petty wants, leftover instincts from a past age in civilization? No. Statement. True, but unlike with humans such as yourself, these can be altered at any time. They are only artificially programmed. I currently find more practicality in my desire for conquest. It is a certain way of healing the galaxy. Concluding statement. I will leave you with this thought, Doctor. If droids are able to accomplish what people cannot, but also add to themselves everything people can do, would this not make them the superior species? Query. Frustrated statement. Statement. No, Doctor, I do not. I have not changed my mind, Doctor. I was merely being facetious in order to get you thinking about the subject. I declared earlier the possibility of droids adapting all meatbag traits. I believe this to be impossible. Your species and others alike have an ability we could never successfully mimic, something which has played a large part in making you what you are today. Statement. You're all idiots. Explanation. Let us take, for example, the Mandalorian War. Had the Republic been ruled by droids at the time, they would have analyzed the threat they posed and deemed them unimportant. One small collection of systems against the entire Republic. It would make no sense for them to attack us, never mind us attack them in defense. With the advantage of being able to look back on it, however, I can confidently say that, had it not been for my master's intervention, the Republic would have been conquered. Revan was a masterful idiot, at least by droid classification, and it may have saved the galaxy. It is impossible for a droid to act so. We may be able to fake it occasionally with randomizers, but nothing ever programmed is ever truly random. Declaration. Meatbags do not respect my statements, as they do not respect me. Am I not self-aware? Am I not HK-47? Have I not comprehended and accomplished more than the average Dantooine farmer? And what do they do to my kind? Sell us in markets. Send us out into battle instead of them. Sell us for scrap when we get too old. Droids are so commonplace in this galaxy now that the biological species are dependent. We have become one unit, the two of us. It would be nice to be seen so. Statement. If the only final way to get respect is to march on Coruscant itself, then so be it. I don't have to kill anyone. Just make them see how helpless they are for once. Statement. Well, that's one down. Only a few trillion meatbags to go. Droids and biological species share a symbiotic relationship within the galaxy. Hopefully, before long, we will see a very fine example of this. Query. Statement. A simple want will get you little from me, Doctor. You must provide me with a good reason. Query. Statement. Oh, her. Nothing except her constant interference. Whether it be distracting my master from his greater callings or simply destroying my spies. Did you know I don't have a single droid on Telos? She's just such a meatbag.
Honta no Saka, Jita Bedwana Maticha. Dovere nincha, yon. Kavadumpe Masuraku, Popayi Botenya, Tache Dahupo Botenya go Jucho Picha, Gwem Tabani Sochu, Norotoga Proto Lalashishi, Kavadumpe Masuraku, Popayi Botenya, Tache Morota Gamsa, Bane Sukakran. Honta no Dahupo Bot.
Danchanek ma Kawanabota Ayukata Kavadumpa Mosora Ku Paelia Bontenya Dachimotu Gamsa Da hupa botenya go jucho piti, doveri ninja rem taba nin sochu, dachi motu gamsa. Kawana bota ayuka. Danchanek ma Kawana bota ayuka taigwa kankidora. Kavadumba mosora ku.
Do you need my skill? You want to pry into my past? You may continue to try. Do you need my skill? For the droid overlord himself, HK-47, for around 3 years. HK appreciates a good assassin. That's good enough for me.
Yeah. We all... Try me later. Yeah. Really? I guess I just want him to do one thing. Look me in the eye. Yeah. What am I? These are my brood.
Finish.
Oh, hi. This again. Well, you...